there's some problem, or what's the problem?
The problem is that I'm trying to...
Well, no, excuse me, ma'am. I was talking to the police officer.
Well, absolutely. Go right ahead.
Let's go ahead and find out. I just want to know.
Thank you.
More people need to hear that.
That's
Thank
my
you.
booth.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I've had to build
that.
a
God
wall
bless
here
you.
because I've got the children are being yelled at. And it's making all the parents and the kids uncomfortable. So they're missing my booth, which damages my business and sends people away so I can't sign them up. I'm happy for this gentleman to yell anywhere else he wants to, but it's very difficult for me to conduct business when I've got to deal with that.
All right. We'll ride the line here. And obviously, he's
entitled to go wherever he wants to.
You've got some. You're on a perimeter here, so that's what makes it very difficult for where you're at.
And I understand. I spoke to somebody.
They've tried to drown us out. I know that's their right by backing the vehicle up and cranking the stereo up,
Yes.
and then trying to block us off. When we talked to some officers earlier, and they made us adjust a little bit. We were over here on the parking lot,
Yeah.
and they had us move over to the sidewalk, which we did. We complied with that. So, but they've tried to shut us down ever since we got here.
I have, sir. I apologize. It's just more for my business than to offend you. That wasn't my purpose.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
That's fine. I'm gonna figure something out here.
All right.
What's? I haven't been here, so I have no idea what's being said. So.
We're just preaching the gospel.
Yelling?
We've just been preaching. We've been preaching loudly because we had to, because they turned on the radio. Otherwise, nobody would hear us. So we were talking quieter before, but yeah. So yeah, we were preaching loudly. That's right.
Okay. All right. Well, here we go. I mean, there's got to be some type of cooperation here. You understand the predicament they're in. Is they paid money to have this, so they're trying to set some type of theme up for what they've got going on. And obviously, if they've got outside influences coming in, it could be completely different than whatever it is that they're trying to go for as far as their business is concerned. So understand the conflict that's going on. You guys are kind of on the fence. You've had two people who are, I guess, agreeing to disagree. As far as what she wants to do and what you're wanting to accomplish. For having to wait on who should be where and everything else like that. You're where you should be as far as you already talked to somebody. One thing I can say is that you're going to have to try to find some happy medium.
Sure.
Understand it.
Last year we were across the street, and then they moved us over to here, and then we were here, which is where police officers told us to go last year, and then they came here tonight and asked us to move onto the sidewalk, which we went ahead and complied. We told them that, well, we were just here because that's where they told us to go last year. And so he said he didn't know who talked to us last year, but that we needed to move over on the sidewalk because this is private property.
Because this is actually private property. This isn't the city's property, so you'd have to have permission from whoever owns the property to actually be here.
So that's what we did.
So what we're talking about here is a stretch of sidewalks that's separating this zone. I mean, if somebody really wanted to get technical with it, could they say this is the sidewalk part of the Octoberfest zone? I don't know. I don't have an answer to that question.
Yeah, they told us last year once we got across the street we were fine. So anyway.
So I hate to sit here and try to be a mediator between this and have two people that right on the line as far as what they can and what they can't do. And if she wants to turn her music up, she can. And if you want to speak loudly, you can. I mean,
sure.
The problem that we're going to come into is that if we start having people here that start complaining, that's going to be an issue that they don't. When we come.
Sure. They don't have the veto right, though. According to court rulings, they don't have a veto right to shut down our free speech just because they don't like what we're saying. Can
I ask you a question on that one?
Sure.
Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should.
That's true. That's another issue.
Okay.
I'm just talking strictly legally.
I know. You're not trying to put a legal message out there. You're trying to put a spiritual message out there, right?
Right.
And a lot of spiritual message has to do with cooperation and dealing with.
Sure, which is what we did earlier. We did it last year.
I'm not sure. That's why I don't want to jump into the legal stuff because we can go down a road that, to be honest with you, unfortunately, this is kind of a time where we don't have necessarily to live in that world all the time. We get to watch people have fun and enjoy themselves. So, I don't have an answer for you. I don't have an answer for her right now because you're right on this line, and it would be up to somebody else.
It may be that, I'm sorry, I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Okay. No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say it may be that we're about done. This is about the time we quit last year, so I was going to see what these guys said. Okay. We may go a little bit longer. I don't know.
Okay. Understand. And maybe it needs to come down to something like that. It's just so everybody has an understanding of when somebody's done with their message or whatever it is. Because for all she knows, she might think you're going to be here until it closes at 11.
Yeah.
But if the lines of communication have been shut down because of the difference as far as who's doing what,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what you guys plan on doing. I mean, the only thing I can try to do is negotiate here and go, listen, he's doing what he's doing, he's in the right place to do it, but he's going only to be doing it for this long. So if you think this is going to affect your business all night long, that's not the case. He's doing what he needs to do. Sure. Understand you're doing what you need to do. What's the spirit of cooperation in this? Okay, you go through she's still got.
Why don't you three boys
She even asked us to move over earlier, right when we first got here, and we did. We wanted to show that we were cooperating. And then they put that barrier up there to try to block us out. Then they backed the van up, cranked the radio way up. And so they have not been cooperative at all.
No,
we have tried to be.
Yeah.
We have tried to be.
No, I get that.
We tried to be reasonable. Yeah.
It sounds like.
So.
This is one of those things that, I mean, you've got. This is what we got going here.
Sure.
I think what needs to happen is probably a little bit more communication. She has an idea what you plan on doing. I think that might be helpful. To be honest, do I want to come down and talk to you guys again about this? No. Am I going to knock on anything that you're doing? Absolutely not.
I know. I understand. You're just doing your job. I used to be a police officer myself, so I understand.
Well, you know how this works. If I can say, okay, this is what they plan on doing, this is what they can do, then she may think, all right, fine. And if she wants to call it enduring something, fine. She's going to have to endure it.
Sure.
And then you'll be able to do what you need to do without getting into music / yelling contest or whatever you do.
Okay.
What are you guys thinking? Half hour?
Okay. Is Steve ready to go, or?
Yeah, he's ready.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
I'll tell you what, I'll do this, or you can, or whatever. And I'll go there and say half hour. And then we'll be wrapped up.
Well, I think we're
And
getting ready to leave right
say,
now.
so don't call us again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you.
Sure.
What's your name?
My name's Todd.
Todd. Phil Tucker. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Phil.
Isaac. Nice to meet you.
Sir.
What, sir?
Nice to meet you.
Richard Hargrave?
Yeah. Yeah. He's good people. I broke him in actually.
Man, I saw Matt here, Lord. I seen the little one first time.
Now, what's the relation?
Baby. He's my nephew.
Okay.
He's
good people. He's doing good now with the real estate deal.
Yeah, he's doing real well from what I hear.
Yeah. I ran into him at, what's the orange chicken place? The Panda Express. I ran into him down there about a week and a half